Local news about local people. This is Newslink Indiana.
Hello and thanks for joining us at newslinkindiana.com. I'm Veronica Lytle. The sale of a North Meridian church in Red Key on eBay has come to an end. Newslink Indiana's Sarah McKenna tells us how church members kept close eye for the winning bid.
After a 10-day wait, the countdown began.
14 minutes.
11:24, 2:44, 1 minute, 47 seconds. Can you feel the spirit bumps?
12 seconds.
And it's all over.
And with the last click of the mouse, the final price was confirmed.
Amen, there it is.
All right. Woo! Praise the Lord.
The final bid of $40,600 won the auction.
We were of the belief if we'd have had a local auction, it would have brought somewhere between $5,000 and $15,000, and now we're giving it away for over $40,000, and you can't help but feel good about that.
Church member Rex Baxter felt the same way. What initially started as a joke to him turned into something huge.
I had an estimate when it first went on. I thought it'd bring $30,000, and we've succeeded that by far. So it's tremendous.
Tremendous when you consider it's the first time ever, members say, a church has been sold on eBay. In Red Key, Sarah McKenna, Newslink, Indiana.
Douglas Fleck of Stuart, Florida won the auction. After surviving 5 hurricanes, he says it's time to move. He plans to convert the church into a home. Bird flu has already killed millions of chickens and wild birds and has the potential to affect billions of people. Dr. Greg Polin of Mayo Clinic says the virus meets the conditions of pandemic influenza and could kill half of those infected. Polin, who spoke Friday at Taylor University, says the flu is rarely transmitted between people, but more human-to-human transmission is possible.
And what we're doing is watching very carefully to see when and under what sort of circumstances might this happen. The risk is real, but it's not present in the U.S. right now.
Polin recommends flu shots and says Congress plans to spend $6 to $8 billion on research and prevention plans. It's a race against the clock for 60,000 horses, a race to avoid the slaughterhouse. As Newslink Indiana's Scott Adkins explains, it's happening right here at home.
A feeding frenzy inside the stables at Hoosier Park, where Mike Nance gives the scoop on this year's prime athletes.
Yeah, just like anything, you got prospects, you know.
Most of the horses are in their prime, but not for long. The average career of a racehorse, 5 years. After that, their future is unknown. Many are taken to auction and sold for their meat, a delicacy overseas. That's why the Communication Alliance to Network Thoroughbred X-Racehorses, or CANTOR, is taking on the controversial practice.
That just doesn't happen in our operation. I mean, unfortunately, there's some people that do that, and I mean, they have to go home and sleep with them, you know, after doing that. I could never do that.
The horsepower behind CANTOR is local volunteers. They're on a mission to give racehorses like these a second run at life.
It's just good for the racing industry, I think, because, you know, sometimes people are turned off by the racing industry because they don't like the fact that their careers are oftentimes short, and then, you know, the uncertainty of what happens to them after that.
Friday, CANTOR will showcase a success story. This horse, the One-Eyed Peak. He'll stomp out the racing industry and say goodbye to Hoosier Park as he heads to his new home. In Anderson, Scott Adkins, Newslink, Indiana.
For more information, log on to newslinkindiana.com. And now here's Sarah McKenna joining us with the weather. What can we expect on this Halloween weekend?
Well, for the weekend part of it, it's going to be nice and sunny. However, as we can see, it will get a little bit rainier when when Halloween does come. Here is a look at the fall-like weather we had today. We can see that the leaves are starting to change, and that's only going to become more pretty as the season grows on. Here we can see with precision cast that there are no clouds in our area, and that's going to remain the same all throughout Saturday and Sunday. For tonight, however, there is a freeze warning in most of Indiana, as well as a frost advisory. Partly cloudy, our low 31 degrees. For tomorrow, the frost will leave before 8 a.m. Rest of the day, it'll be nice and sunny. Frost will return again, though, at night, 60 degrees for our high. As we can see with our 5-day forecast, Sunday, it's going to be 66 degrees, which is going to be very, very nice. However, when we get around to Halloween, We do see that there is a 40% chance of rain, as well as there is on Tuesday. However, Wednesday it should clear up and it will be much better by that time.
So the kids might need to bring an umbrella with them while they're trick-or-treating.
An umbrella is definitely a good idea for the kids.
A farmland church and gas station are teaming up to provide temporary relief from high gas prices. Money donated from the Farmland Friends Church will give customers 25 cents off each gallon of gas up to 10 gallons. Members of the church will be at the Farmland Village Pantry from 8 to 10 Saturday morning. Church officials say they just want to help the community during tough economic times.
Where we saw a need, we wanted to reach out and meet that need. This is just a small way of doing it.
Members will also pump gas and wash car windows for customers. Sleeping outside may not sound like a good idea right now, but it's exactly what some Ball State students plan to do. Newslink Indiana's Sarah McKenna shows us what pushes them out of their warm homes and into the cold.
Homelessness is a worldwide problem, and students at Ball State know that. That's why every October they create Box City to raise awareness.
Box City is a fundraiser, first off. We raise money for the Muncie Mission.
Muncie Missions Director Ray Raines says he appreciates the students' work.
I think many of the young people that come don't realize there is this segment, and I'm so grateful that there is a continuing group up there that has an awareness that there are people who are struggling and in poverty and homeless.
But while this is a serious problem, students enjoy themselves before the event even begins.
Box runs is something that we have to do like every night.
That means going out at night weeks before the event to find boxes that have been tossed away. The boxes are then sold to students who get creative in designing their new homes for the night.
An igloo last year, so just strange things like that.
Food and t-shirts are also sold to raise money. Games, live bands, and a DJ round out the night. In Muncie, Sarah McKenna, Newslink, Indiana.
According to the Muncie Mission, last year's Box City raised close to $500. And that's newslinkindiana.com. And get more local news about local people 24 hours a day right here at newslinkindiana.com.